All right, we're live.
All right, so we're back from hiatus. Welcome to the Bitching Dead. We're your hosts, Becca, Fareed, and Tara. We are a webcast from the minds of the geeky area, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things, because somebody has to do it. If you've not seen the most recent 2 episodes of The Walking Dead, please turn back now. We are not responsible for any spoilers that you hear, although at this point we don't care.
If you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember that this is recorded live. So we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for any technical difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag #TheBitchingDead.
We'd also like to remind everyone that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the gear or the webcast itself as a whole. I feel like most of that at this point is unnecessary, but you know.
Because we're the only ones who watch it.
I mean, I'm from the geeky area, yeah, but also like just generally
in my friend circles, I'm the only one who watches
yeah, like anybody I know who does watch it, just kind of, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine, guys.
I will say it would be really funny just to have somebody who hasn't watched the series since like a really early season, like watch 1 or 2 of the episodes and then come on and have to talk about it with us. Like that'd be funny.
I do, yeah, I like that idea.
We should figure out somebody who not even somebody who stands The Walking Dead, although that would be nice. So somebody who hasn't seen it, 4 or 5 seasons.
Which we have several people on the geek area. I have a couple of friends who haven't watched like the last at least 2 seasons. They're, people aren't hard to find for this.
Yeah, and I know I have a friend who hasn't watched it since season 2.
Oh my gosh, that's a long ass time.
Exactly.
Dude. So like, I'm just gonna begin the spoiler alerts here. I was talking to a friend last night about the episode. Like he was messaging me as it was airing, and I wasn't watching it at the time, but he was like, yeah, like there's only 2 characters left from season 1, Daryl and Carol. And I was like, I mean, now that Maggie has kind of disappeared, there's only 1 character left from season 3, Michonne. Everybody else is from season 3 and before is gone. And then I was like, unless you count Judith. And he said, she's immortal. And I was like, I mean, someone has to be.
She's such a little, I'm so proud of her, Judith. If you're listening to this, but you're not because you're not a real person. If you're listening to this, I'm proud of you. You're no longer a troll. You're a monster. She's such a kick-ass now. She really is. She really is an ass kicker. She lived up to her nickname.
I still don't like her.
Shut up.
It felt weird. I mean, she doesn't come across as a real kid. Like,
that's true.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, she's growing up in the.
But even still, the comic books do have kids who grew up in the apocalypse, but they kind of felt real. Judith just feels very fictional to me. Like, even if a kid is like growing up in the apocalypse, they can't be like that. Especially if they are living in a very comparatively peaceful community.
Oh yeah, she is just like, I'm gonna shoot you, and then she frickin' shoots him.
Yeah, like, did they tell her? Did they tell this little girl everything Negan did? Oh my gosh, like, we're already diving into this, like, before we even get to the news stuff. But, like, did they tell her everything Negan did? Because why else would she be like, well, I guess she did let him leave in the end, though, so how serious can
But she also was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I think she's wise beyond her years. Not saying that makes her a good character for Reed. I'm just saying,
she's not a corrector. At this point, Judith isn't a corrector. It's just the writers doing whatever they want with her.
So we've got fridge your gays, we've got kill your blacks, and now we're also having fridge the children. She's going to be a plot device. We can pawn the children.
The pawn kids.
Pawn the children sounds like
oh my
bad.
God.
Okay.
That sounds really
Okay.
good.
Let's get the news shit out of the way since there's not much of it anyway. The big piece being that Danai Gurira isn't going to be in the show anymore after season 10, which congratulations, Danai, you're moving on with your life.
Yeah, she's already doing limited episodes for season 10.
Oh, God, are we going to get another like weird Maggie or Rick disappearance?
Probably, because as far as the news is concerned, they are going to get Danai back for season 10, but at limited episodes. And they're trying to get Danai to sign on to one of the films that they're planning with Rick.
Ugh.
They want her back for that. And they're also trying to get Maggie back. Yeah.
I mean, depending on how. By the way, I saw the trailer for Whiskey Cavalier. It looks cute, not great. It looks cute.
I think it's doing well.
That's Lauren Cohen's new project.
Oh, okay. Is it a show or a movie? I don't know.
It's a show. It's a series.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's doing well, rating-wise.
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, I'll have to give it a watch.
They're trying to get her back or at least sign on for a spin-off. They just want Maggie back somehow.
Like, it's really clear that they don't know how to get rid of characters when they know ahead of time that they have to get rid of them. And or maybe it's a combination of them knowing they have to get rid of them, and then also like everybody, like we all know, the viewers know they have to get rid of them too. So they just, you know, like with Rick, they give him that weird, like half-assed, like death / not death. You know, the characters think he's dead. We know he's not, blah, blah, blah. And then like Maggie just goes away. And
yeah, she just goes away. She grabs Herschel and she goes away.
Yeah. Like, and we don't see that. And are we even going to? I don't even know if I want to. I mean, I don't really want to see anything about this show at this point. So it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, y'all.
Also, how many of you think that the writer's room is regretting killing Carl?
Me.
I mean, I hope they are.
It made no sense. Killing Carl, especially when all of these actors are like willing to leave. Carl should have been alive right now.
Well, and the whole thing where Enid is with fucking Savior with the good hair.
Oh no, Alden.
Alden, Savior with the good hair. Like the whole thing where Enid is with him would have made so much more of an impact on Carl's character than it possibly could on Henry's. Henry is like, he was like 8 or 10 or something. Whatever. He was at least 3 or 4 or 5 years younger than Carl was when he died. And Enid was about Carl's age, maybe a year older or 2, something like that. Like, so this, like, we're supposed to believe that, like, this little kid had a crush on Enid and is, like, upset about this Alden thing, so is, like, attaching himself to this other random teenage girl that he meets, like...
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of us.
Now, I will say that Chandler shared a photo from his new show, which he's in A Million Little Things right now. He's only in 2 episodes of A Million Little Things, which also stars James Roday from Psych, who played Sean Spencer. And I didn't know this, but apparently Chandler also auditioned for the Young Han Solo and also Spider-Man and the new Spider-Man. But it says here that his first episode airs on Thursday the 21st.
I mean, good for him. If he has left The Walking Dead, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
He probably end up finding better work than The Walking Dead. And also, Dwight is coming back in Fear the Walking Dead. Which
why? How? How does he get all the way to like Texas or wherever the fuck they are, somewhere west of the Mississippi. How does he cross the Mississippi? Well, I guess there must still be bridges standing.
Well, look, okay, he borrowed Littlefinger's he borrowed Littlefinger's TARDIS, and that's how he got there.
I mean, he has 5 years. Like the time skip was for 5 years. I mean, in 5 years, he can like reach a lot of places. But it still doesn't make sense. I mean, does Dwight even have fans?
I like him. I'm not a fan, but I mean, he's okay.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with Dwight, but like I don't feel like this need to see more of him.
Yeah, and especially in Fear the Walking Dead with Morgan. And I'm like...
I forgot about Morgan for a second.
But John Dory also.
Oh yes, John Dory.
What is
I just love him so much.
Didn't they have? Aren't they airing Fear the Walking Dead right now?
No,
they're not airing it. It's not. Are you sure?
No, these 2 seasons don't air simultaneously. When The Walking Dead will end, after that they will start airing Fear the Walking Dead.
Where was season 4?
We have already watched season 4.
Yes.
Is it over?
Yep.
Yeah.
What did it end with?
It ended with them finding the denim factory. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to premiere season 5 after this.
Okay, I see. Yeah, you could tell how much attention I pay.
Well, yeah, I know that there's a time. Well, but that's the thing, though. We don't know that they're going to do the time skip in Fear the Walking Dead, do we? Or did I miss that entirely?
Yeah, no reports about that.
Okay, so
yeah, we don't know.
Well, I mean, and Dwight's been gone for a little bit in Walking Dead. I honestly can't remember the last time we saw him.
Oh yeah, after the Negan thing.
No.
He was there when Rick slashed Negan's throat.
Okay. Yes,
he was there.
That was like the last thing.
Yeah.
I think.
But and then they had not 1 but 2 time skips after that, so it's like, who the fuck knows, you know?
Yeah. Who knows about the timeline? There are also plans about giving Carol a spin-off, and I'm like,
please.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Carol kills the Walking Dead universe. You know how there are comic books where Deadpool kills the Marvel universe? Carol kills the Walking Dead universe. Roman kills everyone.
I mean, this is what we've asked for. We've asked this repeatedly. Clearly, somebody in the Walking Dead offices are listening to us. Clearly, they're listening to us and what we want. Because I mean, I've said it multiple times. I would watch a whole TV show for just killing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so we did try to rewatch the show. I don't know. I know I did. I think Tara also did.
I rewatched it.
You watched it too?
Yep, the entire thing.
So how far did everybody get? Because I got to a point where I just could not anymore.
I got to that point, or thought I did, when Negan, like the episode where the episode right before, maybe the episode where Negan kills like Glenn and Abraham. Oh no, Netflix, why are you doing this to me? Stop. I was literally going into my Netflix to see if I could figure out when I stopped watching it right now.
I'm gonna look
I made it to, can you hear it in the background? Rick riding his horse. I made it to season 7, episode 2, through season 7, episode 2.
You got farther than I did.
But I skipped the whole like episode where Negan kills Glenn, and like I watched the first like 5 minutes and I was like, nope, I can't fucking do this.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think where my last one was. Because I didn't get that far at all. I got to season 6. Oh. Okay, so I skipped over. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. So I skipped over so I watched season 6, episodes 1, 2, and 3. I skipped over 4 entirely, and I got to 5 before I just had to stop, which is right before they find Glenn after he's under the dumpster. But I had to skip the entire thing with Tabitha the goat or whatever her name was, and like I couldn't do it. And after that, I just was like,
I watched the entire thing, but it was kind of a background thing. Like I would be working on other stuff while the season would be playing in the background. And you know what? What I found, I realized back when season 2 premiered, everyone was kind of hating it. The farm season,
Right?
they were like, it's bad, it's so boring. And I watched it. I was like, this is a very good season, you all.
It was a very good season.
I mean, to be fair, so like when I first watched this show, I watched the first season like when it aired, and then I didn't pick it back up again. Like I didn't watch season 2 as it was airing. I didn't watch the first half of season 3 as it was airing. And then I was on vacation in Montana, and like we would come back from the slopes from skiing and like just want to take a break for a while. And it was right before the season 3 like mid-season premiere. So they were airing it. They're airing the whole marathon. So like I picked up in some weird spot. Like, to be honest, it was quite a few episodes after I'd stopped watching it, but like I couldn't. And then I also was like missing episodes all weekend, obviously, like tons of them. So like I ended up catching up on all of it somehow between watching it there and then like downloading it and watching it on the plane on the way home before I watched the mid-season premiere. And then it was like, So I never hated season 2 because I think it might have been also a little bit different watching it all at once versus having to wait week by week to find out, oh, did they find Sophia, blah, 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 blah. It also made Sophia's death less like her death like meant less to me, I think, because I wasn't shocked. Like, of course she was dead. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I've never really disliked season 2, but I do think a big part of that comes from having watched it for the first time, like binging versus having to wait every
I mean, binging, that's a point. When people binge The Walking Dead, I think they like it more.
Yeah.
Because my parents don't watch The Walking Dead weekly. They binge the entire season and they enjoy it far more than I do. Yeah, for some reason. I watch it weekly and I hate it.
To be honest, there were a lot of times in like season 4, season 5. There were times when I enjoyed like watching it, enjoyed, as in like I was looking forward to the next episode to find out what happened, and I didn't hate what I was watching. But like and maybe if I can't remember the point where I really started hating it. It might have been it was probably season 6. I think it was like a little around the time or a little before they killed Glenn. That I just really, fake killed Glenn the first time. That I was like really just about this show. And I maybe if I binged it instead of having to wait week by week, I would have hated it less. But like, it's just gotten so much progressively worse. Like, I don't know why someone would waste their time binge watching the last like 2.5 seasons.
You bored me to death. I'm bored.
Okay, well, we need to dive into these episodes anyway. So this is the mid-season premiere, episode 9, which was called Adaptation, and then episode 10, which is Omega, which, is a reference to Alpha and Omega, blah, blah, blah. And in the past, like, you guys didn't change anything in the doc, so I'm like, I think in the past we've always gone episode by episode, but I think it's not a bad idea to say like favorite moments, least favorite moments, et cetera, from both at the same time, because we also got into a habit of like jumping ahead of ourselves, especially with theories. It's hard to say like, oh, I have this theory when we're covering 2 episodes and like our theory has already been debunked, which has happened, at least for me. So favorite moments from the last 2 weeks.
I want to hear Becca's because she apparently had favorite moments.
Look, I feel like I'm the odd man out here. I didn't see, I didn't watch it last week, and I didn't watch yesterday's until today, like literally right before this webcast started.
Same.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I really didn't hate it. Like I was bored, but like there were parts that I remember, which is really wild because I have no short-term memory at all. I mean, I liked the whole Judith thing. I liked when she says that she's going to shoot Negan and she actually shoots him. Granted, it is the second time. I liked when Negan was trying to make a home for himself and like kind of clean up or whatever, and he was obviously like, "Well, this is dumb." Like, now when I wrote this about adaptation, I like the story about Lydia. Like, I don't know. I started warming up to her, and I know she's the character from the comics, and I know she licks Carl's eye socket or something weird.
Ugh.
I don't know. I guess that's the equivalent of her
Oh,
eating
I
a worm.
forgot about that. Why do you gotta bring that up?
You're welcome. So when maybe that's the equivalent of her eating the worm in the garden. Because I was kind of like, look, they've already eaten worms in The Walking Dead. Daryl did it. It's not that gross anymore.
And it's not something
gross.
weird.
It's gross to us. Yeah,
I know.
It's gross to me. But like, I mean, let's be real. If I was that fucking hungry, I would probably do it.
Oh, that's true.
And people do it. It's okay. It's like, it's nutritional as well. It's not something way off. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't eat worms on a regular basis, Reed, so I don't know anything about that. Do you have worms there for Reed?
Of course we do. I'm eating one right now.
Delicious. I don't know. I mean, I like
Fareed, stop showing your white privilege.
Yeah, stop showing your white privilege.
Oh God, that comment.
That like whenever they said that and I read it, I was like the Pikachu face, you know, where the Pikachu's just like that was my face when I saw that, and I was like,
wait. For anybody who's watching this is regarding an article that you wrote, right, Fareed?
Yeah, I wrote it.
What was it about again? Sorry.
It was Voltron.
Okay.
Voltron. Yeah.
Fareed wrote an article about Voltron. It was a little bit controversial with some fan base people, I guess. And
it was a shipping article, shipping wars, you know.
Yeah. So somebody commented on the article and was like going off on just the website as a whole, but then also on Fareed personally about his, maybe it wasn't white privilege, it was Western privilege.
Yes, Western privilege. That's what it was.
Western privilege. So it was about Western privilege, which Fareed living in Pakistan, you know,
has a whole lot of.
clearly. We're just the East now. Is this person a flat earther too? Like,
probably. Vaccines cause autism. Fareed has Western privilege. You know,
these are universal truths. Yeah. Anyway, so
you're listening to this person. I hope you feel embarrassed about yourself.
So that's where this came from. And now that we have gone completely off on a tangent about eating worms,
I mean, I liked the whole story with Lydia. Like, and I also, though I'm not a comic book reader, so I don't know what this is going to turn into. So people who know the comic books are kind of like, the dumb bitch like Lydia. Like, I don't know. But like, and I don't know anything about Alpha except the fact that she was knocking butts. Like, that's all I know about her. And and the whole way Daryl interacted with her, I was like, oh, this is the Daryl I fell in love with. This is not the pouty, sad Daryl. This is the Hufflepuff struck Daryl. And this is the crispy cookie with the I almost said juicy inside. Oh my God. With the gooey inside. Like, that's what Daryl is. Like, he's like tough on the outside and soft on the inside. And like, anyway, I liked the Lydia stuff. I did. And then at the end, the very end of the episode, the last one, I was like whenever Alpha came up with her weird ass teeth
from eating worms.
No, they're like sticking this way.
Yeah, her weird. Her teeth were very weird. They looked very weird.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I missed that entirely because I was listening to the episode more than watching it at the end. Just the end, just the last 10 minutes.
No, it's like the Warlocks of Karth where they have the rings around their eyes and the purple lips or whatever from Game of Thrones.
I caught I saw her face. I was like, whoa, that is not the face that they were showing earlier in the episode, in the flashbacks, hardly at all. I barely even recognized the actress, to be honest, but I just didn't notice her teeth because I was I literally glanced at it. But I mean, and to be honest, Bree, I'm with Becca. I didn't hate these episodes. I didn't like them necessarily, but there was definitely I was definitely still bored. I tried to rewatch last week's episode because I watched it on a plane and I was I wasn't really paying enough attention. So I tried to rewatch it and I got halfway through and I was like, no, I don't need to rewatch this. This is boring. And again, honestly, everything with Henry and Lydia in the episode from last night, I couldn't get through it. I barely watched it at all. I didn't even remember her eating a worm, to be completely honest.
No, she sucked the dirt off of it.
I don't think I watched that at all. So yeah, I definitely wasn't into these episodes, but I didn't hate them, which is odd. I'm with Becca. I did kind of like the Negan stuff from last week. Because even though he wasn't in that cell by choice, obviously, the show is actually somehow, strangely, shockingly doing a pretty decent job showing what it would be like for someone who was out of the world for that long and then kind of shoved back into it. And not just this world, the Walking Dead world, but literally any world. Yeah, I like the stuff with the new group of people going out to look for Luke. I have no idea what any of the rest of their names are, and I liked the alpha reveal at the very end. And again, I'm not saying I loved these episodes. It's a far cry from that. But I liked them. I think I liked them better than any episodes in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, my favorite moment was when they actually got Tom Paine to come back and play a dead Jesus for quite a lot of screen time. I couldn't stop laughing when he was on the horse, when he was being dragged. I was like, get that money, Tom Paine. Cash that check. It felt so disrespectful, kind of.
Yeah.
You kill an actor and then you ask them to come back to film scenes where they're just dead.
I mean, shit, he probably got paid for it at the very least.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and to be honest, not just the money, but you got to imagine maybe there's some attachment to the cast and you get a little more time with them. And honestly, if I was in that cast and this is me having to drag his his dead body around, I feel they have to have gotten some funnies out of that, hopefully, please, because otherwise what are they doing this for, any of them?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Also, they did not do that for Beth. They did not do that for Beth. Sorry.
Dude, Beth isn't dead.
The past 2 months, I would say every few days, I have a Facebook memory about the fucking Beth not being dead and Bethis bless us and joining all aboard the Beth isn't dead train and shit. And it's because that was 3 years ago now, right?
It was 4 years ago. I was working on my zombie Beth Green cosplay. I mean, she's not dead. I was working on my zombie Beth Green cosplay for my first ever convention that they were taking me to Conuga. And
she's gonna pop up and Fear the Walking Dead. You just wait. Just you wait. Just you
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
The showrunners won't be able to get Maggie back. They would be like, we can't get Maggie back. Let's have Beth back.
I swear.
That's going to happen.
I'm part of a group, and I know they don't watch this, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm part of a group called The Green Effect, and they still believe that Beth is alive. And so they added me because I met them at the Emily Kenny concert. and like they're super nice, but like they were posting these like pictures and stuff of like Emily Kenny supposedly on set, and I was like, yo, these pictures were from like 5 years ago. Fucking stop. And even I was like, and then I was like, any character with blonde hair, immediately they're like, that's Beth.
I mean, it could happen. It could happen.
Well,
She could be immortal, like that guy from the Fear the Walking Dead. What's his name? David or something?
Oh my god!
What's his name?
Wait, who's immortal?
The guy.
The person who won't die. David, I guess.
Oh yeah, Salazar.
Salazar. Yes. Wait, what's his first name? David?
Daniel.
Daniel. Thank you. I knew it wasn't David. Daniel Salazar.
Won't die. He won't die.
Tara, Splendid's in here and she's listening to you laughing and she heard you clap your hands and she's like staring at the door and her ears are like straight up.
That's what I do when she won't come inside.
What?
That's what I do when she won't come inside. Becca's in the same house as me, y'all.
Yeah, we moved in.
Okay, so Fareed, other favorite moments.
Because I'm a fan of the actress from Harlots. I like the Alpha.
I would have recognized her. I would have recognized her when I saw her, but you like mentioned it beforehand. So like I would have recognized her, but not been able to place who she was. So like you mentioning it before I saw her show up in the episode, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And she is good in Harlots, yeah.
She is very amazing in Harlots, and already, even though like she already looks like a far better villain to me than Negan. She just does.
There's something about a ruthless woman that surpasses a ruthless man. Like I gotta say, especially in this world.
Well, that, and I think that I think that Negan, unfortunately, like, and this has nothing to do with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It does have some to do with the writing, obviously. I think he was always going to be a caricature because he kind of was in the comics too. And Alpha in the comics is not a caricature.
She's a real threat.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Negan was a real threat. Negan was a real threat too. But again, he's always been, comics or show, a caricature. I mean, I don't know if maybe for, I don't know, you've read the comics. I don't know if you disagree with me, but
I mean, I didn't like Negan in the comics as well. I didn't like him. It just felt like that you could negotiate with Negan, but you can't really negotiate with Alpha.
Yeah.
That's what it comes across to me. And I'm like, Alpha is more ruthless than Negan, as far as my opinion is concerned. Like, Alpha seems more dangerous. She seems to be someone who is like, she also seems more smarter than Negan, because Negan ended up doing that entire thing of sending people to like steal stuff and other things. And Alpha is like, if you want something from someone, just kill them and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as and also I'm a fan. Also, Becca, if you haven't watched Harlots, the actress is the one. She appeared in Fantastic Beasts as well. She was the woman who hated witches.
Oh, she was Clearwater Revival's mother.
Yeah.
Prudence, I think her name. No, it wasn't named Prudence. And she also was in Harlots. Is she the Bravo Madame? Is she Lucy's mother?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Because I've seen little tiny bits and pieces of. I saw the first episode of Harlots, and then I watched almost to the second half. I watched through the half of the second one, and I never got a chance to finish. I need to finish it, to be honest.
Yeah, she ended up leaving that show for The Walking Dead.
Oh,
and I'm like, why would you do that?
No. Oh man. Well, I mean, maybe hopefully it's going. I know this is gonna sound really dumb, and Tara, feel free to pop me later. But like, maybe I don't know. Maybe the show is starting to turn around with Angela King. Maybe doesn't mean it shouldn't still end, but you know, this actress has obviously shown that she can play a variety of characters. So hopefully she'll still get, roles.
Also, I like the scenes with Daryl, how he used Henry to get closer to Lydia. That was good. It felt good to see another side of Daryl, because lately he has been all about like a background character who just like huffs and puffs and stuff like that. He doesn't necessarily do anything. Shoots an arrow or two. So it was good to see Daryl being more like active in the plots.
I will say on piggyback on that. I'm sorry. That was the one thing that I was really anxious about was Daryl. Was Daryl attacking Lydia in a way I saw as attacking, like a ruthless kind of attack. But then I was reading over your thing about how Daryl used Henry to talk, and I was like, okay, so maybe he was trying to scare both of them so they would take comfort in each other. And that's
Daryl is manipulating those two kids.
Yeah, and so that makes me feel a little better. And like, I don't know, Daryl's always been kind of a character who is sympathetic towards other beaten and bruised characters. So I think that he's definitely going to identify with Lydia, and I think that because what did he say? Some people have no business being parents, like his dad.
Yeah.
So
he's using that to connect with Lydia, and it was good to see. It made sense.
I hope they continue that in a healthy way. I hope that it's not like just another excuse for Daryl to be butthurt if Lydia does something stupid,
I would actually let's see what happens, because did you guys see the preview for the upcoming episode?
I didn't.
Yeah, because Alpha comes and Daryl's like, we aren't going to negotiate with you. So Daryl is turning into a leader. So let's see what happens there.
I think Daryl's always been something of a leader, but he's also always had somebody like Rick or whomever to take that that upfront role,
I think Daryl's
like a bigger brother thing. I think Daryl has that bigger brother thing. Like he looked at Rick as his bigger brother.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, you lead and I'll follow. And stuff like that.
Like a second hand, like the right hand man kind of deal.
Yeah.
I think that because he was
that's
more
of a Daryl thing. Because I really think that if Carol comes back as the leader, Daryl is going to turn into a second hand person again.
Yeah.
Because right now there isn't a leader, so Daryl is stepping up.
Where did Carol go?
Carol is at the kingdom. In the kingdom.
She shouldn't go anywhere. She's just
that's right.
She's booed up.
She's booed up.
Anyway, so
least favorite moments.
Yeah.
I kind of said that. Least favorite.
The baby reveal. Rosita is having the baby for the future. I was like, Rosita.
I totally fucking forgot that happened.
As soon as she was throwing up, as soon as I saw her throw up, I thought, oh my God, this bitch pregnant. And she's pregnant with
Gabriel's baby?
No.
Not Gabriel?
No, not
who's
Gabriel's
that?
baby.
Salim. What's that doctor's name?
The doctor, yeah. Saeed? No.
Who cares?
Anyway.
No, Saeed is fucking lost. Oh my God, what's his name? Shit.
Sadiq? No.
Sadiq.
Yes,
right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Using your privilege to help us with these names. No, because remember, she said something to him about, hey, remember before Gabriel, you and I had some fun.
Before Gabriel? God, Sadiq, what you doing?
Knocked a bitch up, apparently. Anyway, so Rosita's going to have a baby.
Hopefully, she might die before the baby. Anything can happen.
Chances of Rosita being fridged along with her baby.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because if they want to show how ruthless Alpha is, they're going to show her killing a baby. Or probably something. Also, what about his baby? I am literally forgetting names. What's the other gay guy in the show?
Gracie?
The gay
guy is great.
No, you said the other guy's baby.
Oh,
I said the other gay guy. Who's the other gay guy in the show?
Aaron.
Aaron's baby. Gracie, what's she up to?
I don't. Oh.
Why isn't she like Edith?
Why,
Judith.
what?
Why isn't she like Judith?
Well, I mean, she was like an infant, right? Yeah, where is she? What's going on with that? Do I even want to know? Fuck.
Yeah, what's she up to?
Maybe
What's Gracie
maybe
doing?
she's surrendered herself to the woods and she's a wolf now. We will never know.
Oh,
That's what happens when you're raised by gay people. You turn into a wolf. Oh gosh.
Anyway,
everyone's having baby. And also, have we seen Michonne's baby?
Yes. No. Not recently.
like not recently.
After that one appearance? What's his kid up to?
Maybe
What's
he's
her
a wolf
kid up
too.
to? What's he doing?
Who's watching him while Judith is running around shooting Negan?
Judith is like, you ain't my brother.
There ain't no social workers. He's taking care of himself.
I mean, Judith and that child aren't even related. Judith doesn't even see him as her brother.
Well, I mean, I think that depends on a lot of things. Like, I whatever. Regardless, like, Judith's running around shooting up Negan. God knows what Michonne's future baby. No, that's not even right. Future baby?
Present
Future-
baby.
no,
Latest baby. The latest baby.
For the future.
Yeah.
Latest baby.
Latest. Literally, I had forgotten about the fact that Rosita is pregnant, and honestly, she is in the comics too. I'm pretty sure at this point ish. So, in the comics, it's with Abraham's baby, and she's with Eugene. Is that what it is? No, not Abraham's. He was dead for a while.
She was with someone else, not Eugene, but Eugene got angry about it.
Yeah, well, no, but I thought she was with Eugene in the comics at the end. I thought so. But I don't remember whose baby she was having, and it definitely wasn't his. Anyway, so
no one knows
father.
whose baby they are giving birth to at this point.
You're just fucking anybody who's like willing to fuck you because like there's like 10 people your age ish.
Because you have to have a baby for the future. It doesn't matter who the dad is.
That's true. That's true. So anyway, other least favorite moments, Reed.
That Jacob and Alden scene, it was so stupid. I mean, it was obvious that it was a trap. And they were and both characters were playing dumb, and it just didn't feel right.
Follow the arrows.
Yeah, I have something to say about that in my kind of other gripes thing. It wasn't necessarily a least favorite thing because other things trumped it, but so everything going on with Henry and Lydia, and I said when I was writing my notes, I said sorry for you, but no, I don't mind the Daryl side of that stuff. I don't mind the fact that Daryl was involved in like making that happen. So I'm actually not like disagreeing with you necessarily. I just think the Henry and Lydia thing is just dumb and bad. And we talked about it a little bit earlier where without even really thinking about it before this, the whole fact that Enid is with Savior with the good hair, like would have just made so much more of an impact on Carl than it could ever possibly make on Henry. So I just everything with them was annoying in both episodes. Although in the mid-season premiere, I also just hated the whole, like, I get the dogs like attacking Negan, but like, yeah, they were mean dogs, but like him using the walker to kill them, I was like,
that was distressing.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking hear this. I don't even want to hear this.
No, I agree. It's shitty. Whenever it was happening, I was like, really all like first we had that and we had the one time where they killed the dogs and ate them in beginning of season 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 dogs.
Yeah. 3.
So
They
Anyway.
they kill 3 dogs, right?
yeah,
To
they
eat
really
them.
love the whole 3 dogs thing, don't they? Because they did
Yeah.
that again last night.
How are these dogs even alive? It's been how many years?
I don't know, but
lot?
like obviously they belong to somebody though, because the Rottweiler was wearing a collar.
Who cares at this point? They just wanted a scene with Negan and the dogs.
Not wrong.
I didn't
Hey.
realize. I didn't even notice the dog was wearing a fucking collar. That changes
Sorry.
everything.
Yeah.
Same.
No.
Same.
You said it changes everything or nothing.
It changes everything. Why is the dog still got a collar? Dude, my dog's collars get like icky after like a year. And that's, like I can wash them and make them better. But like, these are like house dogs. And Mr. Wigby? That's right.
He was wearing a
Mr. Wigby agrees that these dogs' collars would be rotted.
no, he was
Gone.
wearing a choke chain.
I mean, still rust? Come on.
If it's steel, it wouldn't rust.
I don't know.
Maybe their owner died recently and he ended up changing the collars before dying.
Why are we talking
Why am I thinking about this?
Collargate. We're calling it.
Collargate. Oh my God. Someone please post this on Twitter because my mouse is dead, so I can't change screens.
Okay, I'm posting it now.
So theories, Collargate, hashtag Collargate.
Who's the owner of these
Becca
3
says,
dogs?
I don't have
Yes,
any
you?
theories.
Well, I
But now
don't,
we
but
have
now I do. I just at the theories point, I just was like, I mean, I don't know, Negan. Negan's probably gonna come back. Do they know he's gone yet?
No, Michonne doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Judith is gonna walk him right back into that. So I don't know. There's something like, and I don't care what kind of shit I get for this. There's some kind of like weird, like sweet, like a fondness that Negan has for Judith and Carl and pretty much any kids he comes in contact with. And I don't 100% understand it, but like,
Because he was a baseball coach?
oh, that's right.
Or he was a gym coach or something at a school. So he loves grooming kids or something.
I don't really see it as grooming personally. Carl, yes. But Judith is just kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, if he got the chance, he would groom her like he tried with Carl.
I have this image of Negan sitting her down on a like a chair, like a stool, and grooming her like a cat, being like, yeah. Somebody put me out of my misery.
Okay.
Collargate.
Collargate with the dog.
Yeah.
Free, do you have any theories?
I don't care at this point. I really don't. I tried to think of a theory, but there's this stupid theory that Gabriel is going to be the one who figures out where Rick is.
Oh.
Because he knows about that alpha beta thing. And I'm like, why hasn't Gabriel talked about it with anyone?
But
and how is this show? So we've got, on one hand, we've got Game of Thrones that literally changed people, like characters' names, because they were worried they would get confused with already existing characters. I'm talking about Osha the Wildling, Asha Greyjoy, who they changed to Yara Greyjoy, which, by the way, I'm sorry, but Osha, Asha, Yara, Arya is like, what the fuck? But anyway, so we got Game of Thrones who does this shit, and then we got Walking Dead who has a character who's already been created in the comics named Alpha, and then creates this entirely separate story that's, so far as I know,
that's exactly what I was going to ask.
I've read through like close to 200 of the Walking Dead comics. I stopped when Andrea died. Spoiler alert. Don't care. I stopped reading when Andrea died. I don't remember what issue that was, but like I've read through all of those comics, and like there's no mention of this whole alpha beta thing. So far as I'm concerned, the show has created that. So how do you go from Game of Thrones, who assumes their viewers are so stupid that they can't differentiate between Osha and Asha, and Walking Dead, who literally creates an entire separate storyline that uses this whole alpha beta thing before then introducing a fucking character named Alpha. Who, there's no way, I'm sorry, if they somehow tie her into that, I'm going to fucking pull my hair out, because there's no way that she could possibly be tied into that with the way she's been introduced or with the way she exists in the comics. I'm very
because those alpha beta people have helicopters.
Yeah.
With helicopter fuel that they still have to fly those helicopters.
And also we've been seeing like A has been a recurring theme throughout the entire show. I don't know if you guys know this. I have to go back and like find every instance where A is used.
But they also, I guess what I need to look up is whether they introduced that whole, like, whether they started using that A thing before the Whisperers portion of the comics were published. Because I know the Whisperers didn't come about till a few years ago, but I can't, and the first time they used the whole A thing in Walking Dead was like way back in season 4 with Terminus.
No, it was even before that.
Was it? I don't remember. I just rewatched these and I don't remember. That's how much I care. Anyway, so theories, whatever. Like I'm kind of other than hashtag Collargate. I guess like it's not even a theory. I am kind of curious as to how they're going to do or if they're going to do the slew of major deaths that Alpha.
Oh yes, I want that. I want that
because that means that Ezekiel that is dying but Corey Payton already said he's leaving. So
it would be. I mean, and these are just the ones I remember. Gabriel dies. Gabriel dies before, I think, or maybe just after. Gabriel dies at some point. I think it's before. But I could be misremembering. So ignore Gabriel, but I know that Ezekiel's head is on one of those spikes, as is Rosita's.
Rosita's, yeah.
Yeah.
So those two characters need to die.
Gabriel, Rosita, and Ezekiel.
I have a feeling that Tara might die too.
You think so?
I have a feeling that Tara is going to die.
And who the fuck is going to lead the Hilltop, you know?
Daryl.
Who's going to lead Alexandria? Because Danai's leaving.
Yeah, but Danai's not leaving till next season. And we also still have Aaron, so.
Yeah, they have people.
Negan. There you go. That's my crack theory. Negan's going to end up running Alexandria.
And Beth is going to run the Hilltop.
No, she's going to show up on Fear the Walking Dead, Maggie. You're mixing up your
also,
shit.
I have a question. If they are trying to write Michonne out, is she going to take her kid and Judith away with her? Or is she just going to leave these kids and just disappear?
Maybe her head will be on a spike instead of somebody else's.
No, they are going to try and get Michonne back. Michonne is too big a name.
I feel like, and I also feel like if they're gonna do the spike thing, unless they're gonna pull some bullshit like Negan thing, like they did between seasons, what was it, 6 and 7? Like they're gonna, that's a season finale, man. If they're really gonna do it, that is a season finale. Thing. Yeah, there's no way that's not even a mid-season finale. You can't, not more than one character. But again, they could do what they did between season 6 and season 7. But so many people were pissed about that. You'd hope that they would have learned their lesson.
You would hope. That's the key word. Hope.
All right. Any other gripes and what the fuck moments?
Becca has just written Henry, I hate
no,
you.
Don't spoil it for me. Don't. Henry, I hate you. All right.
I was like, you cowards, make Enid fall in love with Lydia. That would have been so much better.
Yeah.
because we actually know Enid and we kind of care about her. Henry is just, I don't care about Henry.
No, he's a dumb kid. He's yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But to be honest, I knew it was never going to happen, so I didn't set my sights on it.
Yeah, because they already have introduced 2 lesbian characters in the new people. So there are like 3 lesbians running around in Walking Dead right now.
Who's okay?
One of them is going to die, or at least 2.
Who's okay? Who are the lesbians?
Magda and her girlfriend.
Magda and
the one who uses the bow and arrow.
So the English one.
Yeah.
And then okay.
The red-haired and the black-haired one.
Oh, sorry. All I see her is Luna. The Nadia.
Yeah, Magda. That's Magda.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and then the British woman. Oh yeah. And then the other girl that girl, yes. Who's the other one, Fareed?
Magda and the one with the black hair.
Right. But you said 3. Oh, you said
her name is Madoka. Madoka. Okay.
And Tara. And we also have Tara. So there are like 3 lesbians on the show right now.
Yeah.
2 of them are going on the spike.
Sorry, that was really.
Well, yeah, you're right. Then it's got to be Tara and one of the 2 that's in a relationship.
Yeah, that's what I think that's going to happen.
Well, now I'm sad though because I'm attracted to Nadia Hilker's character, and I'm also attracted to the bow and arrow lady. So that's gonna make me sad.
I mean, these are just theories, by the way.
No.
All right. So for me, least favorite moments, like episode 9, we've already kind of brushed on this, but how many times are they going to use the whole like green-haired newbie gets seasoned character in trouble out in the wild? Like, Aaron should know better. And what the fuck, Luke? Like, I don't even know. Like, the whole thing was just, come on, the fuck on. This is so manufactured.
I actually thought of it as Eldon and Luke flirting. Because Eldon is straight.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. Savior with the good hair. His hair's too good for that.
He was just flirting with Luke, and he decided to like spend more time with him, and that's what happens.
I feel like y'all are really reaching on this one.
I mean, that's how I looked at the scene.
Look, just
because I actually thought that Eldon was going to like hook up with Jesus, or maybe Aaron.
We thought Eldon was gonna hook up with what's her ass, Maggie.
You thought that. I didn't think that. Maggie ain't going to like start a relationship with any guy right now.
Oh, by the way, Asian guy looked like I had to double take the other Asian guard.
I think
bargain brand Glenn.
I mean,
that's just attractive though.
I forgot he was still around until you just brought him up again.
Yeah.
Just call him Bargain Bin Glenn.
Bargain brand, but now he's gonna be Bargain Bin Glenn.
No, that's on the It's for actor.
Bargain Bin Glenn.
Listen, we're not talking at all about the actor, but just about The Walking Dead having this kind of extraneous character, right?
Yeah. No, of course, 100%. No. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, other than that nonsense, I also just didn't like Henry trying to school Daryl by like telling him the story about Carol's hair. Like, this is why Lydia is a good person. Whatever. This is. How did you get from point A to point B, child? Get out of my show.
I feel like anything he can say to like use, because he's like, I'm sure glad you and my mom are friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, Weird.
Does he know that his mom is wearing a wig?
Fareed, stop. Carol's wig got snatched.
It's worse than Rhaegar's wig in Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh. They basically just took the Viserys wig out, gave it a couple of shakes, and stuck it on the actor's head. Like, but no, it's rough. It looks like Legolas. It looks like she's cosplaying Legolas. And just no. Why?
But we haven't seen Carol in a while, so who knows? Maybe she'll cut her hair
She'll be in the upcoming episode. She's in the upcoming episode. I saw her in the preview. She's still wearing that wig.
I saw her in the preview. She's still wearing that wig. Story of Fareed's life.
Oh my god. Western. I feel like he's read a novel now. Western privilege. It's like Fareed's Western privilege, and then there's going to be this is a colon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then be Western is Fareed's story. Western privilege, colon. Carol's wig, eating worms, and we have those things here. We have stuff here, something like that.
We have wigs too.
You wait. Oh, Fareed. You're so sassy. You're such a sassy monster.
Oh my god. Anybody who doesn't know us is watching this, like if anybody who doesn't know us watches this, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Well, they're gonna yeah.
I just go back and watch the first 13 episodes of this show, okay? All right, so plans for future webcasts. The crazy thing is, we actually so comic rereading, we've always talked about doing that. Best and worst deaths, we've talked about doing that. We actually started a most useless characters document, and we were going to do it during the hiatus. But to be honest, this is like almost entirely my fault. I have been up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, so that's been kind of put off, but it gives us something to do in one of the many hiatuses in the future. So
we had most useless characters, and then we also had characters everybody forgot about, but who were not necessarily useless.
Mm-hmm. Which could possibly go in one show, but regardless, like that will happen. Probably because we're definitely not going to review do episode or webcast episodes for every 2 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. So we definitely have time in the near-ish future, because this mid-season came back a lot sooner than expected, which means it's going to end a lot sooner than expected. So we have time, but other than future webcasts, what do you guys suggest watching other than The Walking Dead?
My recommendation is Kingdom. It's currently on Netflix. It's a zombie show which is set in medieval times in South Korea, and the actress who's playing the character is the same actress who played Sun in Sense8. So this show has already been renewed for a season 2, and watch it because it's great. People are killing zombies with swords and arrows and they don't necessarily understand what's happening. And also there's a lot of politics involved, and the zombies can run. So yeah, it's quite good. I binge watched it. It's only 6 episodes long right now.
It's on my
list. Great. Yeah, it's great.
I have Siren's back. I've been watching Siren, about mermaids. Acting leaves something to be desired, but it's still pretty good. Shut up, Fareed. Nobody asked you. Also, Stand Against Evil is another really good show. It's by Dana Gould, and it's got John C. McGinley in it, who played Dr. God, what is his name? The mean doctor in Scrubs, Dr. Cox? No.
I don't know. I watched
Scrubs
randomly.
John C. McGinley plays the doctor in Scrubs, and there's a lot of Scrubs references in Stand Against Evil. And it just aired its 3rd season. which is its final season. It was canceled by IFC. Star versus the Forces of Evil, also recommend, also has been canceled by Disney. Well, not canceled. They say that they wrote it out. They wrote the story that they wanted to write. So the fourth season airs.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that canceled then.
Huh?
I would not call that canceled.
Yes, it's not been canceled. It's run its course, because I know Gravity Falls was only 2 seasons. And so Star versus the Forces of Evil. Very good show. Love it very, very much. Very upset about it. We'll eventually be writing an opinion piece about it. But yeah, so I definitely do suggest Stand Against Evil. Like, it's kind of off color, but it's also shot in Georgian, so there are a lot of Walking Dead actors that are extras on it. So that's kind of fun and that's funny. The actor who plays not Dwight, the other one, Negan's other guy.
Oh.
The one with the mustache?
Yeah, the mustache guy.
Yeah. There's a lot of actors that are in it, but it's shot in Georgia. It was shot in Georgia, so. But yeah, that's all I can think of. I'm gonna try to watch some more stuff coming up here. I just haven't had the energy.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of new stuff. I haven't even gotten. Well, no, maybe I'm about halfway through season 2 of Punisher. I like it better than season 1. I didn't dislike season 1 per se. It just didn't resonate with me. I was pleasantly surprised at the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt series finale. The show kind of, I don't know if it was me that changed or if the show just didn't keep up its original hilarity, but I wasn't feeling it for a while. So I still don't think it got back to where it was in the beginning, but I enjoyed the series finale more than I thought I would. I don't even suggest doing this, but I have been watching Game of Thrones backwards, which is amusing. It also means I get to watch the good season last.
Oh, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine too is back on the air.
Yeah.
It has.
I haven't. Oh God, I'm at least a week behind that. Fuck.
I am too. It's fine. I haven't seen the most recent episode, but it's very. I don't know. It's very this season is just it's weird for me. Season 6 is weird for me, and I don't know why. I guess it's because they were given the green light to say more swear words. I don't know, but it's just it's different, and I'm not sure how to feel about it because I really love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But Chelsea Peretti left. She had her final episode, which is really sad. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to be on it as one of Amy's brothers. But I don't know. I'm really hoping that they get it together because it's kind of aimlessly drifting right now. So.
Yeah. Also, Tara, did you hear that they canceled The Punisher?
Oh yeah, I did. And Jessica Jones. We're still getting season 3 of Jessica Jones. I honestly, I just assumed that was coming. I've been kind of surprised that they didn't announce it before now. When they canceled, I can't remember which one they canceled first, but they canceled Daredevil.
Luke Cage. I think they canceled Luke Cage or Iron Fist first. They
canceled Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage all within days of each other.
Yeah.
So I knew it was coming with the others. I absolutely expected it. Which
apparently a bunch of people are threatening to cancel their Netflix subscriptions unless they.
Yeah, Netflix doesn't care.
This has nothing to do with Netflix.
It's a Disney thing.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Netflix. So right now, Disney owns controlling stock in. Or will own as soon as the whole thing with Fox goes through. They will own controlling stock in Hulu.
Yeah,
they've already got the Runaways on there. They just signed a bunch of, or just announced a bunch of animated Marvel shows.
4 animated shows.
Yeah, 4 animated Marvel shows for Hulu. So I don't know if Disney hasn't been able to get their shit together with their own private streaming service. Or, and in this case, they're just going to have everything on Hulu, or if they are just going to use Hulu in the interim and eventually have their own streaming service. I can't imagine we're never going to see The Defenders again. at
They're
all.
going to use both. Tara, they're going to use both. Disney
Right.
Plus is going to be family friendly.
Right.
While
Okay.
Hulu, they're going to keep the more adult-oriented stuff. Because Disney can't really battle Netflix if it isn't offering adult-oriented stuff. Because Netflix has a whole lot of that.
Yes, they do.
And I'll be honest, like, I'm not paying for Disney Plus. I don't care what the fuck they put on it. Like, I'm not paying for that. Like, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Go, Amazon Prime. I don't have time or money for anymore.
Also, there's that DC streaming service that no one is really using.
They haven't. People aren't using it.
And CBS All Access, nobody's using this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are you guys doing this month?
As far as I'm concerned, I think like 2-3 days ago, I published a course on project management on Udemy. Currently, I'm working on 2 more courses. One is about managing teams, and the other is about web development. So they should go up in a few months. And then by this year, I'm planning to like publish 2 more books. One's an supernatural mystery story, which is set in the same universe as my previous work. And the other is like a republishing of my previous book, which was titled Missing in Somerville. I wrote it like 5 years ago or 4 years ago. So I'm like reworking stuff and then republishing it again by this year. So yeah, hopefully, let's see what happens.
I moved in with her at the beginning of the month. I have surgery at the end of the month, which is not serious surgery. It's just going to be unpleasant. And then in the meantime, I'm just going to be working on Ice and Fire Con stuff.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. When is it? April?
And last weekend in April. So like the 25th through the 28th. And that's kind of my, my dog has terminal cancer. So I'll be at home doing nothing other than like taking care of her and working on Ice and Fire Con stuff for the next couple months. So, and that's like such a depressing thing to say, but like, at the very least, I know that it's happening and I'm spoiling the ever-loving shit out of her. So
very spoiled.
I am actually going to see Hamilton the first weekend in March. That was the one thing I just couldn't bring myself to give up because I'm going to see it on Broadway. So still going to see Hamilton, but other than that, hanging out with the dog. Pretty excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Ice and Fire Con tickets are still available.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're $90 right now. And then on March 1st, they go up to $100. And like, I mean, I don't know if anybody who sees this is interested in like Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones, like definitely follow us on social media. We're at Ice and Fire Con, Facebook.
I'll add the links.
Yeah. Because honestly, like our schedule for like posting news about the convention is insane for the next month. Like we've got 3 to 4 posts a week on average. We have so much stuff to announce. So.
Yeah, I just put up some panel cards for Tumblr. That's coming up, and
we've got a pretty full schedule this year.
And I'll be moderating a panel. I'm very excited about it.
And how many years? Like this is like your 4th, 5th?
7th.
7th. Whoa.
Yeah.
7th season.
I know. No, like so I mean 7 is like a super important number in the series. There's 7 Kingsguard, there's 7 kingdoms, they're the 7-pointed star for like the faith of the 7. So like our theme is just like 7 this year. But yeah, it's our 7th year. Like I honestly can't believe it that I've been doing this for that long. But I was talking to somebody tonight about doing something that's like so rewarding, like lifetime friends have been made, not just for me, but like I see these friendships between other people. We literally had a couple meet start dating, get engaged at Ice and Fire Con, you know, over the years. So it's
they just got married last.
Yeah, got married last summer. Not at Ice and Fire Con, but they got engaged there. So yeah, it's fucking crazy how long this has been going on and how much of an impact it's had, that like sometimes as an organizer, like doing all the background stuff, you don't even see until like much later. So yeah, pretty excited.
7th season running a successful con. That's amazing.
And they're gonna kill it, not the con, but they're gonna kill it before. It's already annoying, but you know what I mean. All right. Anybody else have anything else? We did this in record time.
I mean, if we're like around an hour and a half, I'm happy.
And I mean, we talked about a lot of other stuff. We got derailed, but if we were only talking about these episodes, we would have been finished like in 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably even less than that.
Like, you have nothing to say.
15 minutes. This episode sucked. Goodbye. Join us next time for We Don't Give a Shit. I mean, you know.
All right.
Okay. So we are Becca Fareed. I am Becca, along with Fareed and Tara. Thank you again for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things. The Bitching Dead. We will be back in 2 weeks. Please follow the Bitching Dead and the Geeky Area on Twitter. Remember, we are a free webcast. We're off of donations from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geeky Area. Have a nice day. Night. Week.
Bye.
Hey.